Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Being debt-free is a very good thing. But my question is, are there things out there that's even better than being debt-free? The average person would tell you there's not. But today I want to share with you multiple things that I want you to consider having in your life that may even give you better results of being debt-free, assuming you want to increase cash flow and you want to build generational wealth. Hey guys, my name's William V. Thompson. I'm a cash flow strategist. And everything that I do is about helping you radically change your life to build massive cash flow. If anything I say on today resonates with you and your family, simply subscribe, like, and share, and let's do life together. I've done prior videos that talked about debt-free is a good thing, but there's still people that are debt-free that are struggling. And I want to give you a paradigm shift on today that you may want to think about that could be just as good, if not better, than debt. All right. First thing, buying assets on sale. Now, you've heard me say over and over again, an asset is anything that makes you money with little to none of your involvement. Okay. Think about it. Now, what if you incurred, I'm going to throw out a big number, it may scare you. What if you incurred $500,000 worth of debt? You bought 5 different rental properties. Most people, that scares you. But look at what's happening. Look at the upsides you're getting. Those houses was worth $750,000, but you got them at $500,000. You like that? And most people, it takes you a year or 2 to make that. The second benefit of just that one thing is positive cash flow if you bought them on sale. Sure, that $500,000 may cost you $8,000 a month. Oh, catch your breath. I know that seems intimidating. But what if you bring it in $15,000 or $16,000 a month and you're pocketing over $5,000 a month? It took debt to do it, but what's better? Having that debt that someone's paying for. And the other benefit of just that one basic idea, you have an asset that's going up in value. And guess what? That is totally tax-free. So again, I want you to pause and think about it. Yes, debt freedom, it should be a goal, but I think there are better goals or potentially better goals for many people. So keep that in mind. Also, many times people that talk about eradicating debt, they never talk about credit. Now again, I believe in having a great credit score because a great credit score, it tells you a lot about your integrity. If someone doesn't know me, they can look at my credit score and get an idea. This guy keeps his word. But I believe just as importantly, it allows you to build a strong credit portfolio. Imagine having a credit score that's 800 plus. I have one client of mine, her score is 844. You heard me correctly, 844 out of 850. Also, once you build your personal credit score, imagine doing the same thing with your business credit scores. So imagine, I think the Paydex scores go up to 100. That's the business one. Imagine like having a 95 Paydex score. That's your business. And then having like an 800 plus personal. That's you personally. Do you not know the opportunities that open up for you? Some of you all may want to get franchises. If you go to a franchise owner and meet the other qualifications and you have excellent credit, again, that's a win-win. Now, I know the obvious question has to be, well, William, how does debt help me with my credit? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Remember, about 35% of your credit score is based on, one, how you pay your bills on time. Credit does that. And then the other part of that is keeping your credit limits below the max. See, if the max you have is $1 million and you only use about $500,000, that potentially can help credit score also. So again, I know we're talking in a new vein. Yes, debt-free should be a goal. But again, it should not be the ultimate goal if you want to position yourself to build generational wealth and teach others to do the same thing. Here's another point that I believe is better than being debt-free. William's humble opinion. Guys, it's learning how to create tax-free money. Come on, think about that a second, guys. People are always complaining about what? I pay too much in taxes. And you know, I agree. The largest bill that most Americans have, guys, it's your taxes. But imagine learning how to create what? Tax-free money. Imagine making $200,000 a year and legally not having to pay tax on it. Hey, a couple of examples may be this. You own a property and in turn, let's say a primary residence, and you lived in it 2 out of 5 years. If you were married, up to $500,000 of tax-free gain, guys. Is that better than being out of debt? You better believe it is. Let's say, for example, you own a rental house and or a stock, and you've owned each one of them longer than 1 year. You now sell them. Depending on your income, do you not know that $50,000 from that rental house, that $75,000 from the stock market, long-term capital gains could potentially be tax-free money, guys? That's $125,000 tax-free. Or what about your Roth? What if you borrowed money, and remember, only borrow when the return is greater than that which you borrow, and you put that money into your Roth IRA account? I mean, think about that, your Roth IRA account. And then you learn how to invest in the stock market, whether it goes up, down, or sideways. Now that you're 59 and a half and it's been there 5 years, and let's say you've made $100,000 in that account, guess what? You now can pull that money out legally tax-free. Come on, guys, come on. Getting $100,000, saying to the IRS, I made $100,000. Guess what? And it's not on your tax return. Guys, that's powerful. That's a buzz that you will never, never feel any other way. What if you learned how to make money in the spread? Got your attention? Okay, let's talk. You incur debt, let's say $100,000. And because your credit score is great, because you've used debt properly, both your business and your personal, that $100,000 is maybe at only 3%. Let's call it 5%. So 5% on $100,000 for 1 year is $5,000 in interest. You take that $100,000 and let's say you invest in the stock market. Or better yet, let's say you take that $100,000 and you become what's called private credit, where you maybe find a business owner, you find an investor or a person that has maybe collateral worth double or triple that. You in turn become the banker. You loan them that $100,000, and remember, it's costing you 5% a year. You loan them that money at maybe 3% a month. Now, for an investor, they don't mind that. So you're making 36% on your money. It's costing you 5%. The spread is 31% on $100,000. You just made $30,000 by using someone else's money. And here's the beautiful thing about it. If you had that $100,000 in your Roth IRA account, that was in what's called a self-directed IRA account. Let me say it again. $100,000, it's in your Roth account. You got that? It's in something called a self-directed IRA. You then make the investment from there, that $30,000 profit that you made. Now that you get my point, it's legally tax-free. Hey guys, that's all for today, man. Hey, I'm William Thompson, Cash Flow Strat. Remember, I want you to be debt-free, but I want to stretch your mind to understand that there are potentially things out there that are better or just as good as being debt-free. We've shared some. Hey, if you like anything, guys, subscribe. We got an awesome newsletter. It's all in the bottom. Take advantage of it and have an outstanding day.